Hey guys, it's Corey Kelly here, and I'm coming to you with kind of sort of part 2 of my unboxing video. In the previous video, I showed you the hair, me taking out the package, everything, but now that I've had a moment to actually look at the hair and kind of, evaluate it, I have just, real points to make instead of just rambling, which is kind of what happened in the first video, but I cut all that out, so. Let's get to this hair. Length and texture. I did order Malaysian loose wave from Party Queen Hair in 18, 20, and 22 with a 16 closure, or it might be 14. I can't quite remember. I ordered 14, but when I got the closure, it had like a label on it that said 16, so I really don't know. But so the length and the texture, like I said, 18, 20, 22. I am going to order another bundle, 24-inch, just because I do want it to be longer and a little bit fuller. So let's take a look at the bundles size. Looking at these bundles, they are a pretty good size. Like this is the 18. So it's a good amount of hair, and usually, typically for longer lengths, the bundles get substantially smaller. But I still think this is like pretty good comparable size. This is the 20 right here. And then I'm going to show you the 22. 22 is on the end. So you can kind of see the bundles are a good size. So you get a good amount of hair. It's not skimpy bundles at all. So the hair is pretty full. You can see the wave pattern right here is loose wave. These are not thin bundles, and it's full throughout. So the ends are just as full as the hair up here. So I really like that these ends aren't straggly, they aren't thin. But a problem I did see after the initial unboxing was that the ends on the 22 were a bit hard and kind of rough in comparison to the other ones. I don't know why, but to kind of fix that, what I did is I put some Moroccan argan oil on the ends, and then I put it back in the package, and it kind of made it better. So I'm probably just going to have to pay close attention to my ends and really take care of them when I put this in my head. But it's only with the 22, and it's not, a problem of them being thin or straggly. They're just like not as soft as the other ones. But this hair is really soft. That's one thing I did really like. It was really soft, and it didn't have a smell at all. I know some people get hair that has been, processed into a wave, and it has this corn chip smell because of the water bath that they give the hair. But this hair had no smell at all, and it didn't even really have the Brazilian woman hair smell that I talked about previously. It just smelled like, regular conditioned, clean hair. It wasn't wet. It wasn't damp. I know some people have ordered hair, and it's been, kind of wet because they might have conditioned it, washed it, and just put it in a package. It was dry, and it was very clean and very soft. And as you can see, I can run my fingers through it. I don't get any shedding so far, but I am going to seal my wefts. And, so far there's no tangling. I'm going to seal my wefts and co-wash the hair before I do install it. I'll probably make a video about that because I am interested to see, will the wave pattern bounce back after I wash the hair, and, if I get any shedding or tangling during the washing. So this is Malaysian hair, not Brazilian. It's Malaysian. And so the color of this hair is a tad bit lighter than what you would get with Brazilian. It is more of a kind of dark medium brown, and there are some like reddish highlights in here, so it's a little bit lighter. I don't have a problem with that because it's still like a dark brown. It's not like super black. It's not as dark as my Queen hair products, definitely, but it's still an okay brown, and it's definitely not as light as my Wiki hair. I hated how brown that hair was, but this is a good, like dark brown with some medium tones in it. And one thing I noticed about this is that the ends don't get lighter. I've had hair that as you go down the length of the hair, the ends get a little bit lighter. I really didn't like that. So this is, dark brown virgin color. And there, in the 22, there were some gray strands. Most of the other bundles didn't really have gray strands, and the closure didn't either. So let's talk about Malaysian versus Brazilian. I've never had Malaysian hair before, so this is going to be my first time. So any of the points I make about comparisons is solely based on my initial impression of this hair and the hair I have in my head, which is Brazilian. I've had Brazilian hair before. So As far as Malaysian versus Brazilian, I would say that the Malaysian is silky just like Brazilian. And really, I would put them on the same plane. They look very similar, but there are like subtle differences. One thing is, I feel like the strands on the Malaysian are thicker, and it's not as like flyaway kind of thin strands as the Brazilian. The strands on here are a little thicker than this. And this hair has like a higher luster. It's not shiny, which I was scared of because I had heard that Malaysian hair was kind of shiny. It's not shiny. It just has a higher natural luster, meaning you don't have to put as many products or like oils on it if you want your hair to, kind of have a shine, a luster to it. So, cause like this hair, I have not washed it. This is about like 2 weeks since my last wash, and so it does have this kind of like shine and luster from when I put products in it and the product buildup. But this hair is just like naturally like that, so you can see, and even now you can kind of see this hair has a more defined luster than the Brazilian. So I would say that. So thicker strands, higher luster. But as far as like the feel of the hair, it is very comparable. So if you're a little wary of going from Brazilian to Malaysian, it's not going to be that big of a difference. Like the hair is still lightweight, just like Brazilian. It's kind of the same density. So it's just thicker strands, higher luster. So I'm going to talk about the closure for a second, because I do wear closure. So I ordered a closure. I did order my closure from Party Queen Hair, and this is like the first time I will have hair in my head all from the same place, because I just be mixing hair. But so this closure, I do like that it has this protective like bordering around it. I've never had a closure that has had this, and this helps it not rip on the sides, especially when you sew the elastic band here for the elastic band method. I will be cutting these baby hairs as usual. I just don't like baby hairs, so I'm going to cut this top part off in the baby hairs. And it looks a little small to me. I don't think this is a 4x4. It might be like a 3.5x4 or even 3.5x3.5. But that's okay. It's still a really good closure. The hair is really soft, and it's the same like loose wave pattern as the hair. A note about the closure: on Ivy's website, they do only offer technically one closure, and that's the body wave closure. But you can place an order for the body wave closure and then leave her a message requesting which texture closure you need, because she does offer loose wave, curly, deep wave, straight, and body wave. I think those are all the ones she orders. She has. You just have to ask her, and she will send you like what you want. If it's not necessarily available on the site, because she does have a real store. Like she has a real like storefront store. So if it's not necessarily on her site, but she offers it, you can just place an order for something else, leave a note for what you really want, and she'll send you that. Because I think the first time I tried to order the Malaysian hair, it wasn't in the store yet. So I had placed an order for Brazilian, and she was like, that's fine, I'll just send you Malaysian. So, but I ended up canceling that order and just waiting until Malaysian was up on the site, and I ordered Malaysian. So the closure is good. It matches the hair perfectly. I'm not sure if the closure is Malaysian. I feel like it might be Brazilian, but it's still a good match. Like with closures, it's not really that important that you have the same hair type. It's more important that you have the same hair texture, like the same wave pattern. So I wouldn't suggest getting a body wave closure and you got loose wave hair, or a straight closure and you got loose wave hair. But if you got Malaysian hair, you can get a Brazilian closure, or you got Brazilian hair and Malaysian closure. It really doesn't matter. So I already talked about shedding and tangling. So far, I haven't noticed any shedding and tangling. That's fine. And so far, just to sum it up, I do like this hair. I'm not necessarily in a rush to put it in my head, because this hair is still going strong, the Queen Hair products. But I am excited to, eventually get it in my head. It's very pretty. Very soft, like I said, no smell. The wave pattern is quite pretty. And I'm impressed with the hair. I was a little hesitant to order from Party Queen Hair because I've never heard of it before. They don't have a lot of reviews on their website, but I decided to take a chance. And Ivy really put my mind at rest when I was, trying to tell her what I wanted. She was always letting me know about the sales and everything, and so her customer service really put me at ease about, you know, trying a new company that no one has really heard of or tried. And so I'm really glad I went with this because it is good hair and I like it. Also, I've had some other people tell me that they've ordered from Party Queen since I've like introduced it to them or whatever, and they were happy with their hair too. One girl told me that she did dye it. She dyed hers red, and I think she had a cousin that ordered the hair too, and she dyed it blonde. So the hair can be dyed, you know, it's virgin. I probably won't dye this hair. I'm considering dyeing the ends of this hair, and if this turns out good, I might dye the ends of that hair, just have some like small ombre tips or something like that. But I'm not good at dyeing hair, so I don't know. But I will bleach the knots on my closure because the knots on this are not bleached. So when you order this, keep this in mind. And this is a lace closure. It's not silk based, so you're going to have to, you know, like make it work for you. But yeah, overall, Party Queen hair is good. I would recommend it so far. Except for the ends on the 22 being a little dry. I'm totally satisfied with my product, and I would give it like a A+. So check out Ivy at Party Queen Hair. Thank you for watching my video.